What's up, y'all? DPD19, and we have a discussion video, and I feel like it's been a while since I've done any type of discussion video, probably like a month and a half, 2 months at this point. But it's something that I don't think I really touched on in the past, and that's in regards to the alt art boxes for MetaZoo. I see a lot of people saying, they love it, they hate it, it's dog shit, it's amazing. You just have both sides of the field, and I just want to give my opinion on it because I feel like people aren't looking from it on all aspects and trying to be unbiased. It's just like, oh, I hate it because I can't get it, or I love it because if I pull it, I'm fucking selling and getting a nice 1 to 1.5k, maybe 2k. Like, everyone's got their own biased agenda as to why they like it or don't like it, but I'll kind of go through the pros and cons with it. So, in regards to anyone that doesn't know about it, cases of MetaZoo have 12 boxes in each, and you have the chance of pulling a alt art box done by a specific artist. In base set, it was by Poncho. In Torrential Tides, it was by Jet Yates. And on average, from what I've seen and just talked to a bunch of other people, the average seems to be every 8 to 10 cases. You could get lucky and get it in one case. You could get lucky and get one in 2 cases. You could get unlucky and get none in 10 cases. Like I fucking have when you count base and torrential together. So it's luck of the draw at the end of the day. And it's like some people say, it is like a lottery ticket. That's what it is. It's a lottery ticket. And if you can hit it, you got a nice decent bit of chunk of change back. Or you can keep it and there's not going to be a crap ton on the market, more than likely. And some people even, I noticed someone showed me a picture opening the altar box, like had it opened in their store. And I was like, I don't know if they know or not, but fuck, I wouldn't open that if I was a store. uh, it was interesting to just see that. Anyways, I digress. So, average is 1 out of 8, 1 to 10. The lottery ticket idea kind of like gets people a little sour on it because you're just high risk gambling. And if you don't get the boxes you want, a lot of people are just dumping them for $50, $60, $70, whatever it is, like they were for base. Whether dumping it on Whatnot, dumping it on eBay. And at the end of the day, some people want to like bitch and moan like, oh, MetaZoo, you got to do something about this. Bitch, it's not your money. You didn't spend all that money on those cases. Don't try to tell people what they can and can't do with their fucking money. If they want to dump shit, they can dump it. If they want to take a loss on it, they can take a loss on it. If they get enough alt boxes where they can make a decent profit by dumping the regular boxes at, below distro price, then let them do it. Again, it's not your money, not your time, not your effort. So mind your fucking business in those regards. And yeah, people can do whatever they want with it at the end of the day. There's things I like and don't like about the alt art box chase. Like, I like the idea, the concept. I think it's a great idea. It's one to entice LGSs and people to get cases. Especially a lot of LGSs, as you all know, were burned. It's a better way to entice LGSs to try to get more cases because you can get more than just your basic 12 boxes out of a case. And the profit margin could be higher, but it's all on luck at the end of the day. It's a lottery ticket. It's not like a reasonable gamble. It's a, fucking flip a coin twice in 2-3 times in a row and try to guess the same fucking thing. That made no fucking sense. Jesus Christ. 4.5 minutes in, if you think I'm cutting that stupid fucking analogy out, you got me confused with somebody else because I ain't editing a goddamn thing. The odds are slim. There's the point. Fucking hell. I say dumb shit sometimes, but we leave it in. And I just think it's way too long shot of pulling one. I think it's a great idea, great concept, but how it's executed is kind of shitty. It's not optimized in my opinion. I'm not of the fan base that are like, oh, it should be anyone should get it. You know, I should be able to afford a bit regular box and an alt art box. The bitch, you can't. You're not supposed to be able to afford everything. Like some stuff is supposed to be unattainable for certain people. Like if you barely have the money to like buy like say a booster box in like once a month, then you should not be spending a lot of money on cards. Like financially, not a good idea. And getting an alt art box should be the last thing on your fucking mind because it's way too expensive. And even if it was cheaper, that probably shouldn't be like something you want to strive towards. It's if it's not financially feasible, it's not financially feasible. Now the box is being like 1.5k to 2k at release. That's fucking nuts. I'm not saying it doesn't warrant it due to the scarcity, but that's nuts. It shouldn't be one per case because then it's not special. Then it's just fucking. It's honestly stupid to even include it if it's one per case because you're gonna have the same issue of people taking those boxes out. They're gonna sell them separately because why the fuck would they not? And the people that say, oh, all these stores opening them and then selling the alt art boxes and then I'm never gonna get it for a cheap price for $120 or less or MSRP or less. There are streamers that are giving you shots at doing that. Like you buy from a case and if there's an alt art box, then one of y'all gets it for MSRP at $120 and the demand is not really fucking there for that. Oh, not it's not like at all demand wise. There's minimal demand, so there's something, but most will not spend MSRP for a chance to get an alt art box because the odds are so high, and also they're not gonna put their money where their mouth is. They just want to bitch and moan about shit because they can. So I think it should be anywhere from I'd say around like 3 to 4 cases. You should have an alt box, one per 3 to 4. Like an alt art box being worth 400 to 500, could be more, but I'm trying to be conservative. 4 to 500 is a lot more feasible and palatable, especially if you want to end up like getting one yourself on the secondary market, than spending 1,500 on a fucking box. I'm not doing that. That's not happening. And to be honest, if I get one, I'm more than likely gonna sell it because that's financially it makes more sense. Like I'd love to collect it, but financially I'm like, that's $1,500. It could go down. You never know as more come on the market. But if it's extremely scarce, then the odds of it going past a floor are unlikely because certain people are just going to snag it once it hits that floor. And it's just, I feel like I'm just going over topic each one and kind of going back and forth. I'm definitely rambling at this point. I'm not really staying on topic, but I'm trying to get all my thoughts out and it's just coming off as like fucking word soup. But I think y'all are getting, hopefully get what I'm saying to some extent, because it's got to be rare to an extent. It can't be everyone and their mother can have it, because then no one's gonna fucking want it. Not no one's gonna want it, but the price isn't gonna be the same. Stores are gonna be less incentivized, and the lottery ticket turns into a common thing. They're both extreme in my opinion. One per case or two per case is a dumb idea. One per 8 to 10 is a dumb idea in my opinion. But one per 3 to 4, it makes it reasonable, attainable, and LGSs will actually feel like if they want to give it a shot, if you tell an LGS, hey, you got a 25% chance to get, almost your, I don't know, let's say 60-70% of your case paid off if you can get one of those alt boxes alone, and then the other 11 boxes you can just dump, and it's a safer investment. That is more enticing to me to an LGS than, oh, you got a fucking 1 in 10 chance of getting a $1,500 box. What? Why am I gonna give it a shot if I wasn't giving MetaZoo a shot before? I get it. It's supposed to help incentivize LGSs to purchase it and other people to purchase it, like more volume wise, whether it's people through cardio as like a online seller or someone that just wants to rip and stream or a brick and mortar store. Like it's to incentivize people to buy more in quantity. And a lot of the existing fans are going to be ordering more in quantity, yes. But you got to take into consideration the stores themselves. How do you convince them to buy MetaZoo? There's only so much you can do. And one thing that will show them more is a healthy secondary market. And just having an alt art box being healthy, extremely healthy in terms of price, is not really going to entice most LGSs. In my opinion, it's not. Like if the alt art box is worth less, then people are going to be dumping the other boxes for slightly more, in my opinion, or like it's not going to hit the floor as quickly as it has. Like for base, I think it hit like 50, 60 a box in some streams, and I don't count whatnot for a lot of things. Like if you auction it, then I'm not going to count those sales. That's asinine to count those. It doesn't make any sense. It's not going to be a proven data point. No one can look it up. Buy it nows on whatnot, even that, it's like it's not going to be a data point that anyone can see. It's just going to be through word of mouth. But on eBay, I've seen like 60, 70 bucks, which, isn't terrible, but it's not great either. It's not making a store that doesn't already have it think like, oh yeah, I want to buy it. But if you tell them you got a 25%, 33% chance of getting a box that'll cover more than half the case, maybe they'll give it a shot. But that's just kind of my ideas with it. I think that would be a happy medium. I hate when people are on like one extreme or the other. It's so fucking stupid. And some people just don't want alt art box at all, and I can understand it, but from a marketing standpoint and trying to get LGSs to get it, I don't think that's a great idea to not have one. It's a good idea, just the execution's kind of not the greatest. I know I already said that once in this video, but I just want to reiterate it can be easier to pull. And you can even just test it on one set and see the difference. Like if it doesn't do a difference at all right, whatever, go back to doing whatever the fuck you were doing before. It's MetaZoo's money, go for it. I don't care, not my fucking money. But you gotta try it, and it depends on what set. Like if you did it on the dark set, 1 per 3 to 4 cases, it would still fetch a premium, probably more like $600-700 in my opinion, even if it was more common, just because all the OG fans, if it's sick enough, people are going to eat it up. And some people also probably going to have FOMO, and they're going to be stuck on the passive like, oh, it's like 1 per 10 cases. Until enough gets on the market, enough data points are there for people to know what the average is, like the early sales are going to be what they are. They still might hit over 1,000, 1,500 for the first boxes. I have no idea. But you get a better gauge on a really good set that's hyped, that people really want. I think people do really like Torrential Tides, but Dark Aura is a lot of people's fan favorites from the old zoo. And I think that would be a good gauge of what you can expect from a alt art box on a hyped set. I think that would be a good time to test it. Whether it's too late or whether they care to do that, it's up to them. It's not really my decision, but just putting it out there is all. It makes more sense that way, and I would love to see the data behind the impact that it would cause, especially on like the regular box prices. Because I'm being honest, if let's say I got 8 cases, and I got 2 alt art boxes and the odds were 1 per 10, I'm going to sell at least one of them so I get a good chunk of my money back. I'm probably going to rip like 2 to 3 cases and sell singles, and the rest I can dump and more than likely make a chunk of money and profit and still keep one alt box. But that's like best case scenario, probably not going to fucking happen. As a store, if prices continue to go how they are, like after release, like a few weeks to a month, 2 months after release for the boxes and singles, that's it's not feasible for most stores to make a whole lot of money off of it, especially not quickly, or even like long term. It's still, if the price continues to go down, you're not only trying to convince new people of, hey, buy some MetaZoo, you're also got to convince them, hey, buy this MetaZoo that's going down in price. It's just a lot of variables, and I'm just talking to this point. This is probably a shitty fucking video. I'm going to be real with you. I don't have nothing written down, like even notes, and I had other stuff I want to talk about, but I might just do the other stuff in another video. But yeah, it's great idea. Execution can be better for alt boxes. That's my opinion on it. And make it more attainable, but don't make it so everyone can get it, if that makes sense. Like, anyone can get it, but not everyone will get it if they get a case. Simple as that. So, all right, y'all. That's enough rambling. Y'all let me know what you think about the alt art boxes. Good, bad, indifferent. Do you see it from like a marketing and LGS point of view? Do you see it from MetaZoo's point of view, a consumer's point of view? Like, do you see all the variables and why it should or shouldn't be a thing? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm sure I'm going to get people that are massive on either end of it, the spectrum. Highly love it, highly hate it. And I have friends that don't like the idea, and that's fine. That's their opinion. That's fine. I don't care. I have my opinion, you have yours. It's not gonna fucking make me lose sleep at night. So, all right, yo, I'll leave it there. I'll stop talking now. Not a great video, but hopefully I got the point across. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.